Everyone, I want to talk today about why things happen unexpectedly. We have so many situations in life that we have no control over, and we want to know why they happened, especially if it's something that seems negative, if it's something that has brought you some kind of pain physically, emotionally, and you want to know why, and you want answers to that. But we have to be able to accept every moment of every day because something happens that we're not in control of or we don't like doesn't mean that we did something wrong or we're being punished. And a lot of people think, well, I must have deserved this, or I was meant to be punished, so this is why it happened, or it's because I did something and I'm never going to get beyond that. But there's no truth in that. I mean, truly, things happen because they do, because they happen unexpectedly, to good people, to, people say, oh, well, good things happen to, why do bad things happen to good people? Um, I don't think it's anything about good or bad. People see things in a very black and white way a lot of times instead of seeing things as they come and go. Positive, negative things happen throughout people's lives. And they're not meant to punish you, they're not meant to hurt you, but every situation, whether it's viewed as being positive or negative, is there to teach you some type of lesson, some type of experience. There, are things that happen sometimes that delay us in life. Have you ever been in your car and been stuck in a traffic jam? Or frustrated because you thought you'd be somewhere before you were supposed to get there, and it just seemed like there were so many delays. Maybe you're not stuck in a traffic jam, but every time you turn around, it's slowing down, or you have to stop for some reason, and it feels like you're not going to get there. But that's part of the journey. Part of our journey is all of those stops, all of the stops along the way. Just envision that we're all on the train of life. I call it the school of life, but we're on a train, and each person gets off at a different stop. But sometimes we get off to do something that pertains to our daily lives, and other times people are permanently getting off the stop. But we don't know when that time is. We don't know when our stop will come, and I don't think that we're supposed to know that. I know that there are a lot of people that do my type of work that are spiritual translators, and they are mediums, and they call themselves psychics, and they can tell the future. I do something called past, present, future, and it's kind of like the movie Christmas Carol, where this is what path you're going down now. And if you go down that path, let's just take it from a health perspective. If you continue to smoke and drink throughout your life, your quality of life is going to dissipate. It's very few people that smoke and drink their whole life and there's no negative effects, and live to be, 90 or 100 years old to tell about it. And they don't have any side effects from that. So there are side effects from everything in life. But sometimes there are circumstances that happen that we have to just roll with what happens. Are you going to let it ruin your whole day? Are you going to let it ruin your whole life? Are you going to move beyond it or do what you can do that's in your control? And that's really all we can do, is pick the pieces back up when we fall and put things back together, whether that's a broken relationship or a friendship or a career or some type of goal or project you had that didn't go well. Don't let anything deter you from moving forward with something that has failed in the past, at least in your eyes. If it was a failure for electricity, we wouldn't have it. There would be light in this video right now. I'd have to only, depend on the light of day. So we wouldn't have any YouTube videos being published at night, because there wouldn't be any light. The candlelight probably wouldn't be bright enough. But the reason that we have the things we have to be able to communicate this way with people across the globe, and talk to people, video timing, is because of technology. It's because of all of those past failures of trying. And you didn't fail. but the project failed, or it wasn't successful, I should say. I don't even like to use a negative word. So whatever you did wasn't successful. That doesn't mean that it can't be successful the next time, or the 50th time, or the 100th time. The only thing that stops us is our motivation or our inspiration to keep going when we don't cross that finish line the first time. And we do this in so many things in life. We want to get there in a hurry. We're always rushing. And that's when you trip yourself up, when you don't slow down, you don't look at, take the step back and look at the bigger picture sometimes. We're just really focused, a narrow focus in on, how do I get to this? And what do I have to do? And you can't really just broaden, that view so you can see it from a different angle. And sometimes that's what we need to do in life. And sometimes there are just things that aren't meant to be. And they happen to steer us in another direction, even when it's something that seems tragic, even when it's something that seems negative, even when you're not successful. There is a reason behind every attempt we make in life. And all we can do is our best every day. And our best isn't the same every day. So give yourself a break. I've been saying that in the self love series. Please give yourself a break. Please see the miraculous person you are. And all your behaviors are not going to be perfect, but that doesn't make you imperfect. And we can detach, if we can detach from what we do from who we are, it sheds a whole different light and it gives a different view. So see yourself and view yourself from your spirit, from within, not from your ego, not from the stuff that you hear from other people, but truly from your own perspective, and from a place of love and compassion and kindness. Talked about this yesterday in my Valentine's video. I'm going to continue to talk about it. I'm going to continue to bring up segments on self-love, self-care, but part of it is being down on ourselves or being hard on ourselves because we didn't accomplish something in a set amount of time that we thought we should have. Sometimes, again, we put too high expectations on ourselves, and then we set ourselves up for failure or to be we sabotage ourselves in every angle of life. And so, take more time to look at the bigger picture and then hone in on your goals, and allow yourself to let go of something if it seems not to be working. If you're just struggling and it's not bringing you any peace at all, then sometimes it's time to let go. Sometimes not for forever. Sometimes God says, not no, but just not right now. And there's a lot of times where we get a no or a stop, pause. Sometimes it's just a pause until you regroup. And sometimes it's because there's other connections that you're going to make that are going to help you. So what if I had a connection I was going to make a month from now that was going to change my entire life? And they were going to help me get the answer that I've been searching for to get to the next step in my program and where I'm going. And I, for a month, continued to be frustrated and put time into something that was causing me a lot of agony and grief, and I wasn't getting peace and I wasn't sleeping at night. And then right before I got to that person or that connection, I stopped because I was just too frustrated. So taking a pause sometimes can give us fresh eyes, can refresh ourselves, help us rejuvenate. This is the time of year that we do take self-reflection, that we do take time to regroup, to look at last year or the last 6 months or even the last 3 months and say, what have I been doing that has not been working? What do I do in my life that does work for me? What can I build on? Look at your strengths. How can you build on your strengths? Don't always point out the weaknesses or what fails. Look at what has succeeded. Look what you've done. And again, I don't care if that's just getting up every day, taking a breath and putting your foot on the floor and doing your best. Then you have accomplished what you got out of bed to do that day. And it's important not to ever criticize yourself, put yourself down, and know that there is a special mission and place and purpose for all of us. And sometimes it's not as grand as, or complicated as we make it. Sometimes it's more simplistic. Sometimes the impact we make on a smaller group of people is very life changing and can be more life changing than some people have on thousands and thousands of people. So, put your focus where you're, you know, feeling the best, and put your focus where you feel that you do your best, and build on those strengths, build on those qualities, and everything else will come together. And if there's something where you need, assistance, or you need help in that area, ask for it if you know someone. If not, pray about it, meditate on it, do your affirmations. I have multiple opportunities coming to me now, and I am set up with people that can help me succeed. I mean, anything that you can do to affirm it on a daily basis, that is your job, not to do anything more than that. Just affirm that you know that it's coming and believe that it will. And every time I've ever needed anything in business or in life, um, someone's been there to help out. Someone's been there when I've needed them at the moment I needed them. And if I wasn't meant to meet that person or connect with them yet because there were still some other things to do, they will come along on whatever stop. Think about the train we were talking about earlier. When you get to that stop, that person will get on your train, and they will be in the same car that you're in, and they'll be in that same space, and you'll pick up what you need from them. And sometimes they'll move forward with you, and other times they may get off at a stop before you, and you might get off on a stop before them. But just, I'm trying to give you a visual of seeing, things coming in and out of your life and how they can. But if you just visualize yourself on that train and you're taking a journey, you can visualize it being on a path. I don't care how you visualize it, but see yourself on this journey. And that each person you meet is part of the connection. They're part of, another stop you make along the way. And if you're going on vacation and you're trying to get there and you're hurrying to get there, it's not about the end result of getting there. It's all the things that you do along the way, all the things you see, the experience, you're experiencing life. And that's what I'm saying is it's about the experience. Whether something was difficult, challenging, seen as negative or something positive, it all is put together for the same purpose and the same outcome to get you to your destination, and to where you want to go, and to your true passion in life. And then ultimately to our final destination, which again, I don't believe anyone has that answer. I have had people ask me if I know that information. I have known when it's been near the end for a loved one or family member when I needed to spend more time with them. And it was very clear to me. It's an internal message, that knowing, but I don't get that message for someone else. I don't tell someone. I think only God, Spirit, has the bigger plan. There are just some things that we want to know and the whys that don't get answered. And there's a reason for that. So I hope you continue really seeing life as a journey, and knowing that there's, exciting moments in that journey and sometimes challenging moments, but they're all meant for your greater purpose. And if you have any questions about our spirit program, our 12-week Mind Body Spirit program, it's emotional, spiritual, and physical balance. We'll take you through the most amazing transformation you've ever been through. My books, is one book with 10 actual books in it, from my transformation series, Your Toolbox for Life, and it will take you through an amazing journey, so that you have all the tools that you need to go along your life's journey, and go equipped. And that's what it's all about. So I hope you're joining us for our live hybrid event on Sunday, April 21st. It's in Frederick, Maryland, but you can participate from anywhere. And we have an option on the website. You can also come visit and stay at the retreat center. It's one day, but it's going to be very powerful. I have two special guests joining me, and we will continue to see them live next Friday night. Live will be Donna Stellhorn. She's an astrologer and she is out of California, so she'll be joining me for the program. And it's a half hour segment and it's from 7 to 7:30. So I hope you can join us live for that. We have a program out tomorrow night in Frederick called Spirit Reunion. It's a channeling event, and we already have many seats sold, but we still have some left. So get your seats reserved now if you'd like to attend. And if you have any questions about any of my private services, go to the website. You can check them out. But the program is an amazing program. This is the 20-year anniversary, and that's exciting to have this event around that on April 21st. So I'm looking forward to seeing you either out and about on a virtual, one of our hybrid events, in person. But have a blessed day, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Thank you again.